All right, we're live there. Ocean Man, you understand? All right, and let's let everybody know we're live.
We live, baby.
Childlike man of the land, Ocean Man. All right, Cheryl, if you're here, you should be good to go. What the fuck? You grew a mustache overnight? I told you guys, dude. High T levels. I actually have a testosterone donation appointment today at 4:20.
You're still a failure.
That's not true. All right. All right. We're a little late here this morning, so we're gonna go ahead and get it moving here. We'll get to moving here rather. Um, so real quick, again, ETFs, and I guess, trying to decide if I want to read that. Might be worth it today. All right. Let's see. All right. So, a couple of things before we get started. If I ever find it. There it is. All right. So this morning, at the moment, and this is 40 plus years ago. Um, so Iran says it controls the Strait of Hormuz, but it has no navy, right? And energy industry not destroyed yet. U.S. blockade is shutting down exports. Hegseth is saying, this is mostly from Hegseth, that is for as long as it takes, they're going to maintain that blockade. They're launching Economic Fury as an operation. It says Iran is digging out bombed out launchers, and I mean, pretty much the tension's still there. And I think they kind of reignited it a little bit. The Lebanese embassy in Washington informed the U.S. administration that Lebanese president would not speak to the Israeli prime minister. U.S. jobless claims came in at 200,000 in April 11th. The estimate was 213,000. Um, Iran's motivation to stay in ceasefire is high, etc., etc. I thought this one was funny. Iran's supreme leader is believed to be wounded, or alive, and alive. So interesting. Now, again, I'm just giving you guys the climate, right? I could care less. I'm gonna stick to price. That's what we do. And lo and behold, here we have touched all-time highs. Now, areas to retest, and again, that's all I can give you. I cannot give you targets. This is not, I am just like everybody else. I have no idea. That being said, there's retest levels directly underneath us. We are sitting right at these wicks. We're almost like sitting on top of them with a retest level directly underneath us at, remember these levels, 637.50 and 636.46. So if we are to maintain our bullish approach and continuation of the upside, these levels must be maintained and walked down to the lower time frame, where you can see this small structure here at the end of the day is likely what's going to protect us. So if you're looking at a downside move, if you're day trading today, wild live title, yeah, thought I'd find something clickbaity. So good luck today if you are trading the Qs. I might take advantage of a downside opportunity given the setup. But you guys are obviously uh, at all time highs with the Qs. So SPY definitely at all time highs, right? And again, I don't have a target. I have a channel up at like 710 from here, but retest levels are going to be around 698.50 and 697.60. So these are two levels to watch for. If we do see some sort of pullback today, and again, relay this down to your lower time frame, everything that's true up there can be transcribed down here. So underneath 699.75, there is a pocket of empty space in here. And those are the only areas that we look to take advantage of, for fast movement. And that's going to be interpreted by what happens up above. SPY is holding so far, nice strong box. So just even losing the floor could be a good record. 705 is the bid level on SPY. I'm glad you said that because again, all time, and I'm okay with having that weakness. Of all the weaknesses to have, I don't have one while we're in structure. But yeah, all time highs is not my friend. But speaking of not all time highs, 24-hour on IWM, it didn't quite tap, but it got very close to 270 here this morning. And I think if I'm looking over here correctly, that same floor is basically what we're utilizing as we speak. And like everything else, right, we have structure directly underneath us to let us know when price could possibly be looking at a downside move. That'll be 268.50 this morning. Okay, are your levels taken from EMAs? I do not use any indicators. You do not need them. I actually recorded a 9-minute long TikTok video this morning, twice. You know what I found out after I got done recording it? The fucking mic was muted. I could have, oh my God, dude, I could have punched through concrete. Patience was needed. But I was very good. But with, but with that being said, I was all right. Chill out. Timing is everything with the soundboard. All right. It's a response. What did Spider-Man's mom or whoops aunt say? With great power.
Uncle.
Nope. At
It was me.
multiple different universes. All right. MC universe. She says it to him right before she dies. All right. Anyway, the point of what I was trying to say is, years ago I found order flow. Years ago, I found order flow, and I thought, oh my God, this is amazing. Did I need any order flow or any EMAs or any volume or any flow or any insider information to know that Apple was going to rip? Did we have that on our watch list before price even moved? It did. Did we need order flow to let us know that it was going to move? No, we didn't. Did we need order flow on PayPal or EMAs on PayPal to let us know where we were going to go? No. Fuck you, PayPal. But all that being said, the less is more. And the more more clarity I can pull from my chart, which is everything I need, the less I need any sort of indicator like that. If you've been holding PayPal, we should be okay to get out. It just tapped $50. And one of the concerns that I had last night was that we were so close, which is why we talked about trimming and maybe even a hedge if you thought it might be worth a shot. So naked trading for the win. Yeah, I can't do that on live. So all right.
Naked trading?
That's what he said. All right. Thank you guys for tapping your screen. I mean, I'm not gonna comment, but there's freedom there. All right, so all three ETFs, and again, IWM is the only one that hasn't crossed all-time highs. So if we are able to see a bounce, I do want to remind everybody, okay, and this goes for Apple, this goes for everything else. It is Theta Thursday. We just had an amazing week. Even if you were not a part of it, the market doesn't give a shit, right? And so you have to be within the waves of the market. Usually on these third days, I look for some riffraff. And so, with everything being up at the all-time highs, riffraff could mean pulling back, building, retesting, and falling quickly, and then bouncing and holding yourself up there for the next 3 to 4 days. Um, it was a 3 sigma week. What? He said a 3 sigma week. So anyway, with that being said, there is reason to believe that price could potentially slow down. My focus right now, PayPal is probably off the table, but Apple, being where it's at, we did achieve a punchback, and if I'm not mistaken, we are directly at that 50% mark. Um, and this is, I think, for the most majority of us, this is our main focus at the moment is Apple, with the remaining price target being 270 to the upside. Now, if you have a good expiration in the April 20th, 22nd area, or beyond, you'd probably be okay to let this retest. But I do expect for Apple to possibly touch its previous pre-market high at 266.98. And anything underneath that or through these two, and this is good structure for us to be able to hold on to because they're representative of levels that we've broken to get here. So both of these boxes will be what I'll be relying on. And yes, potentially there could be some weekly play action if you're able to catch a bounce off of one of these levels. But I'd like to see a pullback here this morning. I did track this on the lower time frame just a little bit ago, and we had this box right here that we're currently punching down through. So it would be nice to see, depending on where we're at the bell, 267.65 get reclaimed and push through outside of 268.34, and I think at that point we'll be good to go. But we'll obviously do what we did yesterday and figure this out live. So my PayPal is a free trade already. That is the point, right? So, and this shit happens. Part of me is it stings. It's like fuck. And it lets me know that my price target was absolutely correct. $50 is exactly where we wanted to take it. We did want it to get up to $52, and that could still be in the cards, right? If PayPal wants to come back down real fast, hot and heavy like it is now, retest the top of a structure, and then give us a nice flip, I'll be there for it. Obviously, anything through these two and price is no longer good. All right. 3 standard deviations outside of normal probability. Oh, dude, that's a waste of time, my boy. For me, yeah. Again, when I'm making 1,000%, 500% per trade, I'm not going to listen to a whole lot of people. And that's okay because I worked really, really hard to create a strategy that's really, really simple. So I don't need to expand 3 deviations in order to fucking go through the normal probability and that's where the target. Come on. Come on. Come on. No offense, but I don't care about any of that. I navigate the market quite well without all of these crutches that people use. So flashback of statistics. All right. Dude, stats 101. No. Is it too late to make an entry on PayPal? Not anymore. Do I think we get a pullback today? Yes, I think there is a possibility for a pullback. Fell off stream and my spot got scooped up quick and now it's full. Oh no. I need somebody to retire, and if anybody can help us stream, I think Ivy and Alex are both still taking their time. Obviously, I wanted them to do that. So if anybody can help out, that would be greatly appreciated. How does Sony look? Yeah, if you guys have anything you'd like for me to take a look at, now's the time. Let's go ahead and look at it. How does Sony look for an entry? Not great.
Or Walmart.
Still needed above 2175. Walmart looked good yesterday. I did like that one. I think yeah, good consolidation here on the 4 hour. That is 3 rejections overhead, so it is actually pretty imperative that we get this mother up and out of here. Got a good
Kind of
pocket
like
of him.
Apple.
Huh?
I said kind of reminds me of Apple when it was all squeezed up.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, very much so. So I want to establish a downside target just in case, because this is 1, 2, 3. You have a pre-market wick outside of that range. So I think pre-market high would be an acceptable entry to look for a break into and up to 126.20 in the first immediate target zone. Good morning. Yes, you cannot show up to the market every single day and expect what we just saw happen again, right? That's going to be done, and this is where I tell people you're either riding the waves or you're gonna get fucking slapped up by them. So, Microsoft looked good yesterday, and it is gapping up. It is sitting above one of the highs that I mentioned at 416. Yo, what the fuck? I don't know if I like that.
Here, I didn't know
Anyway,
you had a mustache.
anyway, 421.27 is the target
Laser
above on my.
Strader.
Oh nope. 412.45 underneath me would be, see, that's more acceptable. I could rock that. There we go. Look at that. With some round glasses. Throw some round glasses on me, Caesar. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Um
Chef Potter.
the Porter, yeah, oui. 421.70. And then you have a range directly up above you right here, giving you, again, the 430s. If Microsoft decided to come back and retest and build, it wouldn't be surprising. So, Potter Selleck, that's funny. Let's see here. MYRG. I've never heard of this one before in my life. All right, Fly Girl. So you know the deal, right? I'm not going to really be able to help you with this one just because my strategy is not built for all-time highs. Um, nice sideways action here at the top. And that's, again, where I can help you establish the range that it has, which is pretty clear with a 316 floor and a 323.30 overhead, which are areas that you can react to. All right. Fastly up. That's going to be through a 2-hour punchback to the upside. Right here, you're up against 2382. You're going to need to punch 2427 and be outside of 2475 to get that done. All right, Google pullback and up to 350. 350. Damn. All right. So the first green candle to my left here is 339.71. You didn't quite hit that, but that would be the first target up above you and would be necessary to see some continuation. I'm going to move to the hourly here. And listen, guys, I kind of low-key hate Google lately. This last year of Google, and I know it's just been really tough to read. And I would say that this is no different in that, as well as like, and again, I'm going to show you why. I'm not going to just explain to you or just say I don't get it. When I'm looking for a trade, right, I'm looking for structure, and that's how I build a trading setup, right? When I get here, right, okay, cool, range, nah, hardly. One candle, retest, flush, pop, retest the highs, back down, right? This is earnings, obviously, as well. But it leaves me with very little to actually feed off of. So I would say right now, looking at where you're at, candle close here, that's 341, and candle close here, that's 344. So Google just makes my life hard. I've stayed away from it. I have not traded Google in a long time because of that. Well, that's fucking interesting. Now PLTR, and again, we are potentially looking at, uh, a little bit of a slowdown maybe today. But that being said, where are we with PLTR? Fucking stupid turd. It has shit everywhere right now. hourly. Let's see. All right, so just to mark what's above and what's below, here's what's below. That makes sense. Here's what's above. That makes sense. That's 145.61, and that will be your target overhead today. Anything above that, and you might have the right, and I would just use that regarded previous box 148 and 140, 150 actually. So that's where you need to get above today in order to see any sort of continuation, and that's what you need to stay above. So
Hey, Potter, can I ask a quick question?
yeah, what's up, man?
All right, when you draw your box, right? Let's say you have a box on the 4 hour. When you drop down to a lower time frame, let's say the 2 hour or the 1 hour, and now
Yeah.
that box you have like wicks hanging out of the box, do you redraw it to cover those bottoms, or do you leave it at the 4 hour where it's clean?
I want to, every time frame needs to be clean, and a lot of the times each time frame from the 4 hour to the 1 hour will remain the same with no wicks or no, major candle closes, or maybe even the wicks stay the same. And so you would leave that drawing the same. But yes, you do, like you're just saying, right here on the 2 hour is this wick on PLTR. And that's obviously where price is hanging out of. And the further I drop down, right, the more likely that's just going to become that. So if I was trading this on the 5 minute, right, relevant to this candle close, then I would have to use a 5 minute candle close on that floor. So yes, you do adjust the drawing to fit the lower time, because what you're doing is you're saying, okay, this is the higher time frame. This is my blueprint, right? The major overhead blueprint. But this is actually how, as you move down into a lower time frame, this is actually what needs to happen, say on the 5:15 this morning, because again, this is typically something we're addressing in the morning. This is what needs to happen on this 5 minute or this 3 minute or this 15 minute in order for this higher time frame box to punch, or for this higher 4 hour time frame to break, right? Kind of like we did with Apple, right, where we had a couple of levels that we wanted to take Apple long out of, right? And one of those was, again, we go to the hourly here, and you draw this, right, at 259.86, and that may be true, as you move up. Okay, well, nope, it's not, right? 2 hour is different. So because that is different, you would have a different candle close that would be acceptable. So the 2 hour anywhere in these wicks would have been acceptable. Had it moved fast, which it did, you would have been able to use, say, the 259.89. Or if it's moving even faster, right? Okay, that candle close holds, so I would actually keep it there. Look at this, right? So it's like, yes, you do want to change your drawings to fit that lower time frame if you're planning on using that lower time frame, because you expect that in post or in during market hours that could likely break. So
Okay, thank you, man. That makes sense.
yeah, you got it. All right. SoFi to the upside. Yeah, SoFi was looking great this yesterday. Really, really good push through structure. And then I see a pocket of empty space up to 2036 here over specifically 1988, 2030. Now, ultimately, this is a very large range, but the majority of the structure is up here at $21. So that's kind of where I'd be eyeballing, but not a bad. Oh, damn, you already wicked it. So again, every morning, everybody, what is above, what is below, right? I gave you the target and what needs to break up above. You've already kind of tapped this level. So if you can't get above it because you're a little tired from your journey up here, this would be the level at 1944 to retest. All right, TTD moved, did it? Yeah, it did. I want to take it, and it does look good. It does. There's no reason to bring any fear into this, but over 2311 is the trigger to get you to 2373, where perhaps a punchback could be executed, giving you access to this empty space. I did go over Microsoft if you guys want to check it out on the YouTube, but I'll really quickly run this down. If you're looking at any lower time frame break to the downside, you're going to be looking at a break below pre-market lows, which is 415, leading you to a target here at 414. Now, also, it does look like in pre-market that there is a nice little channel here that kind of lines up as well at 414.75. So again, we are in an upside trajectory. All right. So if you keep trying to play down without having lost something, might get hurt. AMD just popped on news. It sure did, didn't it? Yeah, look at that. You have AMD? Up to those high wicks. Damn. All right. Sorry. Nice. All right. Yeah, it's not the worst. You're looking at a move through this structure right here outside of 22.23 for a target of $26. Yes, it's not bad. Amazon looks good.
Looking on the 30-minute.
Jesus Christ. Well, that makes sense,
Dumping
doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm dumping Google, going to Amazon.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wish I could give better analysis on Google, but Google challenges my fucking everything. I mean, it really does. I have not placed it, and I know some of you guys have gotten some good gains out of it, and that's awesome. And there's been pockets of empty space and little lower type, but man, Google just stresses me out, dude. It's
No worries, brother.
Google's hot dog water.
huh?
Google's hot dog water.
It is. It is hot dog water. Okay, so extremely, extremely tight control here. I mean, very. So over 28.50, I could see a pop right up, back up to 250. Ultimately, you would have to hold here to see continuation and bust through that wick. A lot of the times, or on that 30-minute, I'll split that in half, right? Anything that, has empty space like that, I'll split that in half. 251, and I think you'd be good to go for the upside. Now, at the same time, right, there's probably something underneath you, and there it is as we move down to the 5-minute. So now we can build that structure. Okay, so 246.96, right, must hold, as well as 246.45 and 246 flat. So shop. What would be a good entry to take Netflix up for earnings? I mean, usually just buying at the end of the day, but I mean, I'll take a look at it in a second. I don't really know if I'm going to be taking that one. Shopify looks really good. I ain't gonna lie to you, it looks real good. I hate Shopify's contracts sometimes though, but it does look very nice. It beats for you. It beats for you. Okay, so I mean, here's the deal. Great push, right? Absolutely phenomenal. You're still going to have to deal with the overhead, and I'm going to find out what that looks like here. Okay, so there it is. 4 hour. This is cost basis. All right, this is cost basis. So yeah, you are looking for Shopify to hold 126.66, punch and hit 135 today. Now again, this is a 4-hour candle close, so if the 4-hour wicks up and then pulls back in, no go. But if we can get a 4-hour candle close above or outside of 135, I would confidently start targeting that gap at 155 with a pit stop at 145. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Nike. All right. So Nike is and we should probably get ready potentially for a pullback. Just letting everybody know that is in the cards. We didn't see any major overhead gap up today. We did make a new high at $46, and that's cool. I would really like to see price pop and give us a chance to get rid of some of those runners. But ultimately, right, you do have structure underneath you, which will lead you. 45.69 will trigger underneath at 45.42. 45.42, I believe, will give you a target of 44.75. That usually comes after, right, a wick, which is why if this wicks up and gets drawn right back down, then down. If not, then that you would want to fall fast so that this could serve as an area to build and then break and make a new high. So, by the way, if you're on TikTok and you signed up, or if you're on anything and you signed up for my Discord, I am the only person getting people inside of their appropriate channels. So please DM me or tag me inside of the free Discord so that way I can get you hooked up. I apologize for any delay. I am and then that lifetime thing, I'll get that set up today, and then we're dropping that yearly discount for those of you guys who are waiting for it. All right. Other than that, I'm not going to talk about that again. So hopefully you heard it. Shopify, Nike, and IO and Q. If you haven't, I haven't. No shit. Now that's one hell of a target there, and I don't think I've looked at it since yet.
I regret selling. I really regret that.
I know, man. Damn it, that was I mean, I haven't touched that since yesterday. That's fucking diabolical. And it's that lower time frame. I mean, I don't even know why I set the. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know why I set the fucking wick there. I would have moved it here, but I guess they saw my line. Anyway, I think this is possibly a job well done, right? Dust your hands off. You did it. Continuation on this one, there's a lot of volume, so you're going to have to work for it. So clean your chart up. Just get everything nice and clean. All right, we got a few minutes here, everybody. A bee? A queen bee in our room. They tried to get you?
Apple just dropped like a rock.
Amazon's acting up too.
What did we just get?
Amazon is tripping.
Looked like somebody dumped a lot and then it caught back up.
Yep, I seen that.
Listen, if we got to pack it up today because things don't, I mean, there's possible downside plays, but we got to pack it up today in order to, I still think that you can walk away from this week and be fucking obviously super duper happy. So, I mean, if it doesn't, I don't think that, damn, AMD is fucking ripping. Check YouTube. I did PLCR. All right, guys, we have a couple of minutes. If anybody is still holding on, I still have UPS.
AMD ripping and Nvidia's dropping.
Interesting. Snapchat, by the way, is up at 6:15 here this morning. Might get rid of any runners I have off of any pop that wasn't really response. 1 minute left. Yeah. If you didn't have AMD, don't FOMO.
My goodness, Microsoft, bro. Look at that. My goodness.
PayPal? Probably skedaddle. All right, 40 or 20 seconds here. We're going to have to work for it. Worst case scenario here, guys, is 262. So if you need to hedge, but all right, ding 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 ding. Funny thing is you're still up. So, damn, they whacked PayPal. AMD just exploded, new highs. All right. UPS, nice push there. PayPal's pulling itself up a little bit. Zoom in since we're moving on to Apple. Okay, Apple's trying to hold that pre-market high right here. If it can flip over 167, that'd be great, but watch out if we do
Hey,
get a candle
Fire.
close underneath that 265.78. What's up?
Yeah, I was just gonna point out IWM over its resistance can take it to 271.50, 271.60. Do you see that?
271.16?
Yeah,
Yeah.
271-ish, where like it has Qs is dropping, so that might be a strong one.
Yeah.
Snow's in continuation on the upside.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. That one just tapped my target of 151. I think that's cost basis on the 2 hour. Whatever Apple does, I just want it to happen fast. Make empty space. Give me an easy reversal. UPS just tried to make a new high and hit 104. Actually, fuck, it did hit 104. PayPal's back.
Quater Nvidia is about to give me a 4-hour entry to the downside under 195.
All right, 2 seconds, brother. PayPal right back up into that empty space here. Nice punch back through that 3-minute box over there to your left. Right, Apple. I grabbed 257.50s just a second ago, just in case we end up rushing down or something on this one. PayPal's still pushing here to the upside. Guys, this is giving you the opportunity to sell. This is giving you the opportunity to start trimming some of your contracts if you wanted a TP here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to sell some of that.
Nice little push on Sony.
I see. Yeah, not bad. For fuck it. Yeah, actually, that's really, really nice to see on the hourly. All right, Apple, are you gonna? Yeah, 250. Yeah, I grabbed weeklies again. 262 is the target, but Nike new highs. There it is. There it is. There it is, guys. Right there. If you have Nike runners, 538%. You could have turned 250 into $1,600. Ridiculous. I'm gonna go ahead and sell everything but 2 contracts. I'm done. Am I doing a put or call on Apple? I just grabbed a put, man, because I had upside position that I swung, runners on Apple that I swung. And at this point now, we're getting a devastating fucking red candle here. So if you grabbed any hedges, I mean, you should still be up.
0 DT hedge on Apple. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you got that hedge, you should be Gucci.
Amazon's candle. Holy cannoli. Holy.
Oh my god, dude. Jesus Christ. I'm holding these puts. Yeah, I'm gonna hold these. We're flushing. If you guys want to bail on your calls, and while you're still green, you lost your floor. You can get back in. Don't get lost in this fucking sauce. This is when it gets fucking difficult to navigate your emotions. We need to see that 264.30 reclaimed, and we're moving back down into a 24-hour box cost basis. You're hitting it right now. This is our only saving grace right here. So I'm gonna let my calls sit for just a few seconds as we look for this 30-minute, 15-minute candle close. My average price is 48. I want to get out later. What are you talking about? Oh, dude, we had a. This is actually what we were looking at on Nike to the upside. So, did anybody have any runners on Nike?
Yeah, I just took some off.
Okay, good job, man. Yeah, that was an excellent trade. PayPal. If you still have PayPal, look at that fucker. I'm hoping we see the same thing on Apple. That's a big fucking candle, though. I tell you what, that's going to be tough to fucking flip. That's going to be really tough to flip. I would even say not likely. Yeah, I got 2 contracts Care Bear on Nike. You just sold them all?
Pushing up.
I have UPS. Yeah, I'm up 30% on UPS right now. Sorry guys, if I can't get to your request, I am Apple is pulling all of my attention away, so
Nvidia's trying to pull back up, but it's not looking great.
hey folks, we're gonna need to see a recovery right here. Let's start making a plan. 264.34 will be what has to be recovered off of any bounce. So if it's this one, which doesn't look like we're getting it, but yeah, 263.35. Listen, don't be emotional about this. You're handling a problem at work. Problem solved. Don't get lost up in, I mean, again, if you got in when I got in, you should still be green. And this gives you the ability to problem solve. And yeah, sometimes those runners are not going to be, shit. I was going to say PayPal is a perfect example, but that came right the fuck back up. So, but I think the most beautiful thing that Apple has, at least in our case, is that it dumped hard. But all right, this is where I think we need to step up. Because if not, we might see 261. There it is.
If it flushes all the way down, I'm cool with that too.
I mean, if it, yeah, dude, and my hedges will pump, so
Yeah.
I got more hedges than I do runners, so
Oh yeah.
all right.
Oh yeah.
I'm out of
AMD does
those.
the exact same thing.
You said AMD or Apple?
Before it did that huge rip, it like gapped up one day and then a huge red day, and then the next day it was fucking nuts.
It's a massive hornet upstairs in our room. Oh my fucking god. Okay, well you're hanging out with me for a second, okay? Because the future of our family depends on it. We're gonna be eating out of cans. No, I'm just kidding. It's big? How big? So you're saying that small hornet is
Yeah.
big? All right, cool.
Got a murder hornet up there.
Something.
Yo, who just giggled when he said it's big? I heard that.
I giggled because I was about to say something, but
I know you were,
refrained.
bro.
I refrained very fucking hard.
Oh, go Apple.
That's what you want, Apple. I know. I'll help you in
Amazon's
just a
gone
second,
down.
baby. Jesus Christ. All right. So while I'm still green on Apple, I'll go ahead and bail those. Snapchat moving up here. I got rid of another lot on PayPal, folks. No, Snapchat's not doing shit. Typical. Because the fucking hornets and the wasps down here, dude, they got aggression issues. Fuck. Sheesh. All right, another level here at 260, 250. Damn, I just made a fucking. That's 120% on Apple to the downside here. I'm gonna go ahead and trim those right now. Fuck! No! No! Ah!
He accidentally sold them all.
I sold them all. Oh.
I know that screen because I've done it before.
I'll take those contracts. Thank you, Potter.
Oh. No. Why? Damn it.
That's what happens when your wife's in your head about trapping a big one.
I know.
Oh,
Damn, man, that shit heavy. I fell out of my fucking chair, dude. That shit devastated me. It did bounce, though, right when I sold it, though. That was pretty cool. Just get back in, Garrett. Chase. Chase it. You'll love it. I'm just kidding. He's just like us. You killed it yesterday? Yeah.
When I saw this candle this morning, I had a feeling Apple was going to do this.
Man, I thought. Yeah, hold on. We're too close, guys.
We touched it already.
Should I bounce Apple right there? 262. Or just let it do its thing. Let it do it. Let it do its thing. All right. PayPal has. Kamala's get. You can't say that. You filled up all of the empty space on PayPal there. So right now we need to punch through those highs, or PayPal could likely reverse all the way. So if you're done dealing with it, cool. One of us. One of us. They're chanting one of us on TikTok. Oh my god. Sony is so close to my target. Oh, Kristen, I should probably give you a little bit of a disclaimer here. This is nothing close to what we want out of Sony, okay? This is baby food. No, you know those little tubes of cat food? That's what this is. This, right? Break over realistically 2170. Listen, I want that. And that's what Sony will give me if I can pop it. Sony on the upside, listen, look at this. You swing here at 25, it gaps up to 26. So like you'll be up 100, 200, 300% overnight. This is just trying to grab the floor. All right. So I mean, I didn't too listen, I sold them a little too soon, but I didn't get back in. And the reason I didn't get back in is because it was only from 262 48 to this level of 262. What happened to the pre-market analysis videos? Oh, what do you mean, like posting them? I either do them live or I post them. So. Oh my god, dude. GM trades. If you were good, you wouldn't have to do this. All right. PayPal's still climbing here to the upside. Eating seeds is a pastime activity. Okay. Bear with me. I gotta go kill a bug. I might get stung in the face. I'm out of Apple. I have PayPal left. I have UPS, which is still fine. I have microscopic runners on Nike, so I'm pretty good to go. But I gotta go. I gotta go whack this hornet. Give me, I hope, 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's how long it takes to kill a hornet. If not, you're not a man.
Potter, you're supposed to take some gasoline and put it in a bucket and
Bring your wife with you.
trap it.
Imagine we just hear a fall noise.
Why does he have to bring his wife with him?
Back up.
He said back up.
Pirate gonna be rolling around like a little girl up there. What are you talking about?
Hope they don't sting him in his neck. I'm a man. I'm a man.
Oh my god. What? Let me see.
Look at that. Look at that. He's done. He's done. You can't fuck with me.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna eat it. I was
Yeah, bite his head off.
I saved your life.
It'd be a real cyber
Why is it
bully.
so big? I don't know. You didn't say that when you met me. Jesus.
That's what she said.
Oh my god.
Well, the bee is so big. It's so big. You know what? Crunchy protein shot snack. You also child. I'm sorry. Still like NVIDIA?
Yeah,
You
Potter, pull an Ozzy Osbourne and bite its head off.
Oh,
Kamala
no.
did.
Kamala eats hornets.
Yo, yeah.
All right, Tesla.
Eats
Ooh,
it like a bag of chips.
Tesla 383.22 looks like the first retest level here to your left. I'm a Liz. I just want to say it so bad. Kristen, you can turn the volume. Said you can turn my volume down if you want, or you click on the person and then you right click on them and you can turn the volume down. Apple should bounce too. It did. It is. Right now. Right off of the level that I gave you. Right here. See it? We need a 5-minute candle to flip. If you're looking at the 5-minute candle, you need to be above 263. So again, when you bounce, how do you know if something's going to keep moving to the upside? You can base that claim off of what is able to be reclaimed. If you bounce and you don't build or break or bounce and grab something, then you're going to either A, continue building or continue moving lower.
Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart. Weeklies 125, 126. $128 next week. Okay. All right. Yep. Nice. Thanks. All right. We're looking for a break over this pre-market high right now. And a move up here to that box of 250.50. Stop loss is 124.75.
Microsoft's dying.
I think it's following Apple. Oh shit, that thing did that back into its channel there. Apple is did that 5-minute candle did reclaim. Nice job, Walmart. Am I thinking the Qs are gonna drop? Yes. I do think they're gonna pull back. I don't know if I necessarily am looking. Yeah, so we're looking at your pre-market or your low of 637 to break, and I'm be honest with you, the target's not that far away at 363 or 336.31. Highs on Walmart. Good entry. That was a great entry.
UPS is coming close to a new high.
Ah,
Getting
yes, it is. Yeah, yes, it is.
I had to let you
Nice.
know. That Apple hedge was beautiful.
That was beautiful, dude.
I don't know if Did It is in here, but that's a great example of when you're in a call and
Yeah.
you know hedging your call.
Yep. First target on Walmart hit 125.50. Good target, good trade right there. Obviously, contracts are only up 32%. If you grabbed 100 of them, you could trim. Yes. You feel better? You were so scared? Am I your hero? Oh. You. Oh, shit.
Anybody play Tesla down?
Love you, babe. Go make fashion happen, babe.
No, but I wish I took Microsoft down. Jesus.
I'm staying in Walmart to see if it can get through the higher time frame empty space, which I think is fair. 25.63.
I see it going back up to that box up there.
Yeah, same. I'm just using the slower time frame because I know that you're going to have to get through this hurdle.
Kamala's backing us up, Garrett.
There's the Qs, by the way. If you took that break right there, new low, and it just hit that target I gave you on the 5-minute at 336.31. You have very little underneath you to. Yo, UPS. Hey, mamma mia. Sorry if you're Italian. Got any weekly contracts on UPS? It's not crazy, I'm gonna be honest with you, but it is up. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Wait. Is Nike still going up? Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, Nike could actually make another high at 46.47. There's the Qs dropping a little bit lower here. Watch that break on the 5. I'm gonna switch over here. Son of a bitch. Zoom out, right? We saw Apple do it. That one Apple led. I'm looking here at 633.34. Volatility is screaming right now, baby. 50% of that range will be right here. Anybody on TikTok have a UPS? That one's nice. You said Amazon's just dumping. Okay, bottom of the range, right? Go to the 5-minute right here. Look right here. This is the only thing because it is a range right there at 245.23. If you lose that, you've got 244.18. Take a deep breath. If you feel a little bit, a lot of things are moving quickly. Also, make those fucking executive decisions to get out where it is appropriate. Okay? You can always get back in, and everything that's happening right now is creating empty space for you to be able to do that. So I don't know if that applies to you, but yeah, Apple is holding, but it led down. You know what I mean? So it actually moved down. There's the Qs. A little bit further, 634.50.
Oh, look at Walmart. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Everybody, Instacart from Walmart. Actually, I have to go to Walmart today. Yo, my son wants a. I don't let him have a phone. He wants one really bad, but I'm getting him a. I couldn't find like an iPod, just like a fucking just has music on it, like maybe just Spotify. I finally found one there at Walmart. Walkman sells a Walkman for $1,000. I couldn't believe it. I thought the company was dead. Not too bad there. 70% on Walmart. All right, queues are slowing down here a little bit, folks. Okay, let's see what we got. What are we looking at here? Okay, small structure over here to your left. Roger, UPS kind of getting eaten up here a little bit. If you flip that candle at 636 here, you're going to go back up to retest the top of that box here at 636.24 and maybe 636.52. Yeah, we're trade maxing right now, baby.
Hey, Potter, you
Yeah,
mentioned Walkman being dead as a company. You know they're owned by Sony, right?
yeah, I know that.
Okay, you said that you thought the company was dead.
Like a department, like a section. I thought it was dead. I didn't think. Yeah, like we're not like who the fuck has a
Shelved
Walkman?
and left be. Got it.
Yeah,
Rich people with the little air tube headphones, not Bluetooth.
yeah, air tubes.
Walmart's pulling back quick.
Potter, you run a real strict program over there, I noticed. What do you mean? Something like that. There's that retest I was just talking about. Look at that beat. Oh my god. Yo, wizard, Harry. That was fucking fire. How we doing? Huh? Yeah, it's okay. Pre-market high retest, hopefully at 125.23. It either works or it doesn't. It either works or it doesn't. It either works or it doesn't. Right?
Correct.
Let it cook.
Mhm. Apple just building a fucking box here. What song is this? This is the Shins, my boy. New slang. Okay, perfect box on Apple right now. You're on the 1, 2, 3 on the floor on the 1 minute. Apple bounce hard, maybe, man. Right now we're seeing that take profit energy here. Yeah, this goes right into that warning. Yeah, Manny says that, Caesar, but I, obviously I worded it a little differently. I don't know, man. This pullback here makes sense, but I wonder if trading tomorrow does. I wonder if maybe it's a take a break kind of day. You said no way this thing gives up after breaking out so hard. Listen, man. Yo, Discord's shutting down again. Here we go. Yeah, Discord just shut down again. Dude, it is 100% possible. It is possible when you rip this hard and this fast. I mean, it is. But we shall see. If the Qs bounce here, I think they make a higher high though. Can I short Discord? Yeah, you might have to. Discord, do you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh no. A pullback here is healthy. Yeah. Profit taking in this environment, yeah, it's going to be dramatic. You're going to need a pretty, I mean, yeah, we're going to need to see a strong bounce to see a full reversal. But I can see it very clearly right now that 263 for us is where Apple can get that recovery and start possibly moving back up. But don't start pressing buttons just because you got more BP because you made lots of money this week. Don't start just pressing buttons. Make it be the same reason that you got into something. This is where people get sucked into areas that they don't belong because like price is moving and, well, be patient, zoom out. So again, I'm talking to newer folks mostly. QQQ back down to 632. Good bounce on Apple here. Is this a punch? No. You held your floor on Apple for now. I don't know about Q's back down, man, until we, yeah, right up here. Yeah, so when you bounce, you got to recover something. That's that something. That and this, which is 636.58. Jesus Christ.
Hey, Pod, I need some real time advice when you got a second.
Yeah, what's up, brother? What's going on?
Amazon. Can you look at Amazon on the 5 minute real quick? Or
For sure.
sorry, 15.
Okay, what are you looking at, brother?
All right. So I had 240s, right?
Uh-huh.
And I knew, I had a strong feeling Amazon was going to drop. So
Right.
it dropped out of that channel, not the channel, it dropped out of the box that we had set up earlier.
Right.
And it made its way down. Now it's in another box that you could see on the 15 minute, right? So
Uh-huh.
now it's kind of pivoting or thinking where it is at right now. So that current blue candle that's happening right now,
Uh
I
huh.
got out basically off of that because I don't know, it kind of looked reversal, but what am I looking for to stay in the trade downward,
Okay.
if
Fair,
there is
fair,
anything?
great question. So look over to your left, right? What have you lost? You lost this floor, right? This structure here. Look what you just wicked off of. That is how, right? Even when I'm in the upside, how I determine whether I'm going to stay in a trade when a pullback happens. Because if you start pulling back, or in this case, bouncing, you're hitting a level that contains buyers, right? Think of it as like a little sneak attack. They have a layer or a level, buyers step up, and when they do, in order for them, right, they've got to pass the baton, in other words, or get a grip on the floor that they lost. Or in other words, you need to resell or resell that same price to buyers and have them buy. So as it bounces, we want to see price accepted on that floor. And if it can, which right now is struggling to do so, if it can, and we can even get into more detail here on the 3 and say that's the green candle that must be surpassed. So I use that structure, and then from here we could say, well, if price can pop over, right, and push, then it's going to hit this wick, which would be 245, which would also still be that floor to our left, and then you'd have access to keep moving up. There wouldn't be anything to stop you. Right now, there is something to stop you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense too. And I knew it I saw it got to that area where if you look over to the left, I don't know what day that is, but where it bounced from there were buyers there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's why I was like, let me get out and then reassess and see what happens. But I'm just wondering if I exited too early. That was the only thing.
I mean, obviously, I can't tell you if you've exited too early until, if it reverses from here, then obviously you did a great job. I would say, personally, that you took a breakdown, punch down to this this was a pre-market high on Tuesday. And also the area that you had to break. So it would make sense that price would respond to this, I think. So that's a good target. I don't think you got out too early. I think that thing hit what it was supposed to and has bounced. So yeah, Apple is moving down to that last structure, and there's a structure yeah, you're welcome, man. Right here, kind of similar, 261.14. Unless I'm missing something over here to my left. No, Apple's starting to be in danger now of potential continuation. Nobody's holding on to anything, right? I hope. Clean your shit out. Re-enter. You now have a re-entry right here. Apple left that behind for us. Look at that. What a gift. Thank you, Apple. Thank you.
I'm still holding some runner puts on Apple.
Yeah. Guys, Walmart is reapproaching my, and I set my stop loss back up at 125 for those weekly contracts. That's obviously, listen, it either works or it doesn't. You get stuck in the trade and it fucking sucks. But this is where it has to find itself a reversal. Otherwise, you're going to probably have to get out. Good bounce on Apple off of 260, 140. Apple long 260, 275. Punch through this box and be outside of 263? Certainly. Nope.
I threw a really cheap target-based contract put on my Walmart, so I'm writing it down.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, what the fuck? Did I look at Meta this morning? No. Oh, no shit. That one actually retested really well. Yeah. What is the PBS strategy? The Potterbox strategy is this. I look for areas of consolidation or price moves sideways on any given time frame. And at that point, when the floor of, oh, and I fucked that up actually a little bit. When the floor of a box, and typically the box is defined by 2 or more points of contact on either side, 1, 2, 1, 2. When price loses that floor and then is able to reclaim it and punch through the 50% mark, my strategy says that I'm guaranteed a new high. My job is to find where resistance is to place a target. If there is empty space or a lack of resistance like you see here, then that's something that I will take. This is the reason that we took Apple, Snapchat, Nike, PayPal, all of these stocks, as they had a lot of empty space up above them. And even this one still has empty space up there. But so I look for areas of consolidation, even if they don't punch back. The way that we took Apple was just simply based off of the 4-hour having the same elements that I'm describing to you now, right? Multiple off the bottom, multiple off the top, and finally price breaks over the 50% mark, not having lost its low, but goes and breaks over that high. So I focus on stocks that are beaten down or really compressed. Those are the stocks that I mostly focus on, because those are the ones that are going to move through consolidation, or through expansion comes expansion. And especially if that expansion happens down first and squeezes sellers out while bouncing back up and pushing through the 50% mark of that box. And this triggers a short squeeze when there is no resistance in front of you. So the 50% mark of a box is typically confirmation that I will be receiving new highs. The floor of a box being reclaimed is confirmation that I should be hitting cost basis. Gabriel, maybe before you back test it, I would go to my YouTube channel and there's a good video of me explaining my whole strategy. Okay. I spent the morning mostly clearing things out, getting rid of the stuff that was pulling back, runners and stuff like that. And hold on a second. Why are we doing this? Potter Stocks trading. Yeah. Am I out of PayPal completely? I have 2 contracts left, man, but you could pretty much call it completely out. Dude, this is a blessing. The fact that you popped back up, punched through the box, filled, and so this is actually Gabriel. This is a good example as well. And my strategy works on every time frame, right? Lower time frame, higher time frame. This is a perfect example, right? 1, 2, and this is going to help you guys out a lot, because again, you're looking at this as like all of these candles count as multiple points. It's the wave itself, right? You pop up, you keep, and I should bring that down like that. But right, price keeps tapping that overhead high. 1, 2, right? 1, 2, lose your floor, buckle your shoe, and then price is able to reclaim that floor. By reclaiming the floor on promised cost basis and with empty space over here, and listen, take what I'm showing you, and you could apply this to the 24-hour, to the weekly, to the 5, to the 1, to the 3, doesn't matter, right? And the beautiful thing about it is they're all connected. So, say there's a box, well, there is a box of 49 right here. It has a cost basis of 49.94. On the higher time frame, the 50% mark of that range or psychological number is $50. So I can say that a punchback through that lower time frame box would give me a higher time frame break over 50, right? But this right here, a break through the 50% mark, and you're targeting the empty space above you, and it fills it up. The biggest issue with my strategy is that people don't know when to stop. Because once the empty space has been filled, They don't know when to take a step back and just stop, just literally stop and say, like right now, you know, and there's probably some people making this mistake right now that are new, and they're getting themselves stuck in sticky situations where you're taking a trade just because it's pulling back, right? If you have the knowledge and experience to do that, do your thing. Keep it rocking. But if you don't, stopping and reevaluating, what am I looking for? Higher time frame punchbacks, punch downs into empty space. So how is this pullback relevant to you? It's either an exit for you, or it's a I'm waiting to see whether or not we could get a reversal. And you know, this is where it's going to suck you into day trading because of all the bounces and the empty space that's been created back up above. But that may be good for some. That's not always good for all. So I think it's always just an acknowledgement of where you're at and in this strategy and what you're able to accomplish. Is swing trading working out well for you? Then stick with it. Yes, this is the explanation I needed. Yes, I am literally everybody, I am identifying short squeezes. That's what I'm doing. And if you narrate this, right? And I'm watching right here, guys. UPS is sitting at the high. I'm probably going to get out of Walmart here in just a few seconds. I'm not really pleased with how it's bouncing. We'll see. If it can get back, I need to get back up above 125.33, but anything back down underneath 124.96, and I'm out completely. But what do I think AMD will hit? I'll take a look at it in just a minute. But understanding, right, a 3-minute move is going to get, or a 3-minute box is going to give you a 3-minute move. The 5-minute is going to give you a 5-minute move, the 10-minute, et cetera, which is why even as much money, you know, as I'm able to trade with, I still focus on the higher time frames because that's how all of this good shit just happened, and it's how it's going to continue happening. However, because I'm focused high on the 24-hour time frame, the same way a stock on the 3-minute would make a fat leg down and go sideways for a short period of time, the same thing would be true on a higher time frame setup, meaning that when I'm done with it, I walk away because there could be close to 3 weeks of consolidation coming, and I will try to either A, move sectors and find out where money is rotating or pushing into. So isn't short squeezes high short interest and low flow shares or something? Am I wrong? So you're not wrong, but you also have to look at it from a trading perspective. Price rushes down, right? And this is where you get to kind of tell a story. You see an immediate reversal, right? Strong leg down, price sits sideways. This is, again, sellers accumulating. They're building volume. They're selling at the top, and they're finally able to push price down. You get another strong leg down, and same thing occurs. You're sitting on a level, and seller, look at right before the bell, bam. Price tries to push down and make another new low, because that's what sellers are trying to do. When they push price down, they want it to close beneath something that buyers have control of, i.e. here 48.34. So when price immediately pushes back up, and again, there's no resistance here. The only resistance you have is here, this small pocket, and then this box 50% mark. When you push that hard, right, put yourself in that situation. You just went short. You saw the 3 rejections or whatever at the top. You saw the big leg down, and you take it short. It hits your first target and screams and rips right back up in the middle of, or in your face, and it reclaims the floor. You get out, but you're also borrowing shares, right, to push price down. What are you doing when that price gets back up in your face? And again, our human minds are, it's really hard for us to comprehend that right now there might be 100,000 fucking, day traders who are trading shares on PayPal right now. That is actually for real. And then plus add institutions. But what happened, short squeezes is just an element of pushing sellers out of their position. And I understand the mechanics behind that. If you can push sellers out of their positions, they buy. And when they buy, they push other sellers out. And then buyers jump in because they see big green candles and they push sellers out. And this happens every day, all the time, on any given stock. It happens on lower time frames. You are literally pushing and pulling, pushing sellers out, pushing buyers out, triggering stop losses. So yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got it. All right, so hot dog water price action right now, guys. Mark out your levels. Right now, it's a nice, calm little lull, at least on a couple of things, to start marking out. Yeah, marking out where you want to get into this trade. Right now on Apple, if we do have a beautiful pocket of empty space up there to the upside, right here would have to be reclaimed. Right there would have to be reclaimed, and this would need to be busted over or punched through on the 2-minute. It is a pretty beautiful box. So perfect call setup on the cues. So I'm going to tell you guys why I don't like this, right? A, I'm not trading into all-time highs. B, and this, I'm not, again, not for me. I'm not talking about you, but again, if you use my strategy, then maybe this also applies to you, probably. Box. Range. You already filled up whatever fucking empty space that had to offer. So if anything, you're actually filling up all of that empty space, save for this right here. Now move in because you probably can't see it. Do you see these candles? This is where range is born. And this is where I back the fuck up until something is actually lost. So right here, pop, fill that up to 637.27. But what do you have beyond that? Now, again, as a day trader or a scalper, perhaps you could say, well, yeah, you've got a little pocket of empty space there. But how many steps are in front of that? A lot. There's a lot of things that has to happen in order for that to occur. Yeah, it's just not my perfect setup, so. I want empty space on every trade that I take. That's just plain and simple. That's what I want. If I was looking at, taking something down, I want empty space. Qs have it. Starting to look a little bit more short, actually. So you're saying we're just trading in range? At this very present moment, we are stuck in a smaller, lower time frame range, yes. We're not in a higher time frame range. UPS is somehow making trying to push for a new high here. I think it's just about choosing what's right for you. Like, are you good at getting in and getting out? Do you have, actually, one of the things that I always tell, if you're on your phone or if you have to make multiple clicks to get in and out of a trade, scalping's not for you. You're going to catch a few, but you're going to get faded on a lot because I'll walk you through this. You get into a trade, it's a scalp. Price pops really quickly, doesn't quite hit your target, completely fucking reverses. You go to hit your stop loss or go to actually exit the trade. And in that moment, price moves past where you wanted to have it or where you wanted to get out and starts moving lower. So now you're starting to compromise on, well, maybe if it bounces, I can catch it. And then it pushes even harder down. Now you're more or less just upset that you got stuck in a fucking trade. But with a swing trade, I can just get out. With a day trade that with higher time frame empty space, I can most of the time just get out. But a scalp, unfortunately, or even day trading, oftentimes makes it incredibly difficult. And so you even have to have the right setup to be able to day trade, hotkeys and all. And you could do it. In fact, they actually sell online a little tiny keyboard about the size of a fucking pack of gum. And it literally just has buy, sell, market, fill on it. That's it. Yeah, you actually do need the equipment to scalp efficiently. And I know some of you guys are probably like, "Psh, shut up, dude. I do that shit all the time." Cool, you got fast fingers. But most people are not going to be able to do that. So, the conclusion to this conversation is I want to see a move or see a build or see a setup that's going to lead to a move that I can hold through. And what does that usually apply to? The higher time frame. It's really easy. Like a lot of you guys did a great job at this week holding through moves that are dwarfing what we're seeing right now, right? Because we were moving through empty space, higher time frame empty space. That's amazing. But when something like this occurs, which, you know, again, I was able to hedge through, but when something like this occurs, it pulls people into those lower time frames because things start shrinking up. And this is where a smart individual says, okay, whatever I saw in the first place that got me into this trade is over. So I need to take a step back and start scanning. What hasn't moved? How easy was Apple, right? How easy was Tesla? How easy was Snapchat? How easy was Nike? Let's repeat that. And that's how people are going to preserve their gains, is by resisting the temptation that price is just fucking moving right now. That's it. It's just moving. And then yes, somehow, somewhere, somebody's able to extract money out of it. And some of you guys are talented enough now where you can do that as well. And I'm always usually talking to, you know, people who want to build their accounts without seeing these incredible drawdowns, because they're switching strategies. Part of a strategy is choosing, are you a day trading or are you swing trading, or are you not even swing trading, day trading, but are you looking at higher time frame moves or are you looking at lower time frame moves? Anyway, I'm just yapping right now.
Nah, you spitting right now, son.
I'm in a flow state right now, as the kids say, right, Jorge? Flow state?
Right, coach, right.
That's right. Thank you. We're in a flow state.
Yeah,
You're spitting Potter. You're spitting Potter right now.
This is what I was talking about when I was in. I'm coach maxing. Is that's correct? But what I typed that out, you know, in the announcements like a week ago, and I was like, you know, I was literally just sitting on my porch, man. I was like, and I just couldn't stop thinking about it, because it bothers me that I can't get everybody. I wish I could just fucking grab everybody by the neck or the hand. I don't know. It depends on what you're into, but and just tell them to stop, you know, like when they should. And I can't. But I want to like show this perspective of the market. You know what I mean? Because 99% of everybody is trying to capture everything, and 98% of them are not able to do it and not able to pull consistent gains out of it. I figured out a way for me to slip through the cracks in a form of trading that most people ignore or say is too scary. Oh no, you talked about that shit that's happening on Apple right now. That's scary. That's what nightmares are made of. That's my fucking sleep demon, is range. So when I what are you talking about, Nutcracker? That's crazy. But you know, I was sitting on my porch and I'm just sitting and I'm like, if people took a kind of like even if they didn't mean it, a nonchalant approach, like a little bit more of a laid back approach where you're not trying to catch everything. You're trying to catch the things that you know are going to keep moving and are mostly acknowledgeable on higher time frames. And if you can do that, you could build the capital over a couple of months. And that means you're not trading as much as everybody else, but you are building the capital to be able to even explore that notion where you separate your account, put $100, $200, and you're looking for hourly setups on IWM. You know what I mean? Or you know, maybe the Qs or something like Tesla, you know, something that you know that has consistency, has good empty space. And that's where you would put your focus. Or I had to tell one of my sisters, she was getting cooked. Yeah. And sometimes you just can't help people save themselves. I mean, just like in real life, sometimes you really just have to let people. As somebody who has done one-on-ones, I realized that my hovering and helping was really not doing them any good because they had, unfortunately, hard lessons to go and learn that I could not convince them. It was only through pain and suffering that they were gonna listen to me. And it sure as shit, they come back around. Yeah, dude, day trading is not for me, bro. I can't do this shit, And then they switch to longer expiration contracts. I have two students in particular who I taught, 3, 4 years ago, and for the first year or two, I could not. I mean, it would be up and down and up and down and mostly down, and they were just able to keep their shit afloat. They switched to only going a month out by at minimum. Only setup that I'm taking is something that is going to require for me to go out a month. And damn, dude, he is fucking eating. He's been crushing it. So I turned $15 into $200 using your strategy. Damn, dude. But I'm serious. If you did that, maybe even just take half of that out. Start with 100 or $50. You just did it with 15. Go screenshot that setup that you just did that on. Try to do it again.
I was about to say that. Do it again.
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on in the live trading chat? Holy.
I'm not really sure. We're gonna slow down. That one right there, Juan. That makes me uncomfortable. Turkey neck. Yeah. That's interesting. Uh No, you're okay. All right. Yeah, by the way, if you did get the workshop or you got anything and you need me to get you in there, please DM me ASAP. Potter, I made more money using your strategy than I ever have this week. Turned 302,000. Dude, let's fucking go, plumber. Let's go, man.
I started watching the new workshop last night. Matter of fact.
That was a good workshop, man. I was happy with that one. I'm really happy.
Yeah, I heard you bragging about it. I was like, let me check this one out. I think I was in your second, or I think it's the second one. I can't remember. I'd have to look back, but I want to
Yeah.
check this new one out and go through it again.
Yeah, it gets better and better, man. I suspect that if I do another class, I'll have different tools and stuff like that. But I get better, even my lesson, what I'm getting better at is I'm getting better at teaching people, and that's my been my journey is how can I get what's in my head into yours. So I've learned from the first and the second, third workshop on how people can see what I'm seeing and have them be able to like follow that chain of logic so that it clicks for them, not just handing them a bunch of packets and being like, this is what I do. Good luck. I was just on YouTube podcast pushing your strategy. You were on a YouTube podcast today pushing your strategy in front of 50,000 people. Damn, dude. I really do appreciate that, plumber. Let me know if you need any plumbing. I was playing. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get lost. Listen, sometimes I'm mixing, sometimes I'm stirring the sauce and I fall in. Okay?
Friendly,
As
That's
any
even worse. You're making it worse.
as any good chef would do. Sometimes you get I 3x my account ish. I'm celebrating a bit, just sitting on my hands. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. That's why you're the vet. Actually, speaking of.
Walmart still bullshitting around.
Yeah.
It's teasing me right now.
Teasing.
Walmart, the Edge Master.
Oh my god. What do I trade on? Trade station. You just DM'd me? Yo, pilots were caught meowing and barking to each other. Did you guys hear this? The Reagan Washington National Airport. They're meowing and barking each other to two different planes, and then the fucking air traffic controller says, "This is why you guys still fly at RJ." Just fucking burning the shit out of them.
You get bored up there, you know.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Let them. That's funny.
Gotta let out a bark or two here and there, you know. Oof.
A regional jet.
Finally, Walmart. Finally. Good fall, bro.
Yeah, I pulled the plug on that one a second ago.
I hedged it when it couldn't get above that level.
China meowed at you. Yeah, I saw that. Sherpa insurance fraud at Everest? No, I didn't see that, dude. There's so much going on in the world right now. ASTS weeklies. Space Mobile does have a lot of empty space up there. So maybe over 90,
What is
50.
holding the queues up right now?
Something ripping? What's the video doing?
I don't know. It's just it's
AMD? AMD's still
gotta be
moving.
falling.
Maybe AMD.
Okay.
Oh, Wall Street Plumber. Yeah, wait, I had something like that. I want a scanner that does that. Netflix is building. I know people want to take this one for earnings, but I don't know. Dude. I just feels weird. Part of me thinks it's gonna fucking rip ass, but it's just not my kind of setup. Sherpa stole like 20 million. Allegedly, they were giving climbers fake altitude sickness meds using helicopters to emergency evac them. Listen, I cannot. I'm not even gonna be. Listen, I'm not. I feel like the crime's slightly justified. I'm just gonna throw that out there. You know, I heard this question: would anybody climb Everest if they couldn't tell anybody about it? If they couldn't say a word about climbing
Ooh,
Everest, would they even do it in the first
good.
place?
That's a good one.
And then you realize that it's just this, like, you know, like sometimes, bro, it feels good to climb a mountain. I'm not gonna lie to you. It feels good to climb a mountain.
White people activity, by the way.
Yeah, right. Optional. But not mostly. But straight up, dude, like it is. It just seems like a huge attention grabber. You know, like if you could tell nobody about Everest, would you endure all of that frostbite, multiple camps, people walking past a bunch of dead people? You know, like, dude, that's I don't know. I feel like you're either a high octane individual that just really like looks at a mountain and it's like, fuck you, mountain, I'm gonna climb you. You know what I mean? And then climb it, and you're and
feel that.
yeah, and I'm the same way, dude. But I prefer more modest mountains. We're also still talking about mountains right
Have that with trees.
I don't know why they don't use it hasn't started to use drones like to like deliver material. Because there'd be like a lot of cases where they need like air or they ran out of air up there.
There you go, dude. Why did
It's
it
still
sounds
the
like
same process of like helicopters only worked so far in height.
Yeah, one's
yeah,
a
but a
fucking
fiber,
helicopter, one's a
dude.
drone.
Yeah, but you could fiber optic. I mean, come on. We
See,
could,
you know
we
what?
could
We got
No,
it
we're talking
best.
about like the lift and stuff like that of the propellers. But you might be able to do it with a blimp.
Oh wait, are you talking about like because the downdraft on a mountain face?
Yeah, so like once you get a certain height, the air thins out, which means you don't have as much to do the process with. Plus, you've got the even turbocharged engines and stuff like that start choking out at high altitude.
Ooh, hey, hold on, time out real quick. IWM seems like it could be mid punch down right now. Might explore its little small cap. dump arena. Let's see here. What would the target? Target would be because this one hasn't caught the fade that everybody else caught, so maybe it sees a little bit of a lag here. Vodka. 266.
Oh, they already have drones that go up there.
I was gonna say, dude. It's not. Wouldn't be surprised if they had like rescue drones and stuff.
Yeah, they're modified to be able to withstand the thin air.
Oh no shit. Yeah, I was just gonna say, what if you actually had small like helium bags? You know what I mean? Like small helium bags underneath it to give it extra lift, like that inflate. Because yeah, helium. You don't send weather balloons up fully inflated. You keep them like half sagged. So the higher you get, the more. Yes, I don't know.
You strategically chose to say it exactly like that.
I don't really choose anything, man. I'm in a flow state.
He said half sack.
I think that's just Potter being, like you said, the flow state.
The flow state, brother.
He's thinking all saggy right now.
Old saggy baggy.
Yeah. Yeah, Wall Street Palmer. What's trade maxing with Clav? It's just the title of my my TikTok this morning. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's so stupid that our society has propped up an individual like that, or rather allowed the gate. Like, you can prop yourself up like that by just hiring bot farms. You know what I mean? Get yourself on one little stream, and then you're locked in. But dude, that guy is absolutely he's got 1,000% autistic. Like the fact that he walked up to a cage of penguins and he sits there with his hands in his pockets, just looking at him. He goes, "Not bad," and then walks away. And I'm like, dude, not bad? What the fuck does that even mean? Tiptoe maxing? I mean, that's diabolical. He said if you're wearing shoe risers to make you taller and you take someone home and you don't want them to see how short you are, that you sag your pants down past your heels and stand on your tiptoes so you can tiptoe max. And I was like, brother, that's fucking.
He's
cooking. He's cooking. But I mean, you can tell that he's applied all of his potential intelligence to that one thing. You know what I mean? Like he is really it's like SpongeBob with fine dining and breathing. That motherfucker doesn't know shit except for hitting himself in the face and looks maxing. Yeah,
I looked more into this climbing with the fucking drones, and as of last year, they're already doing it to deliver air tanks and shit to people. So it's gonna change the climbing world. Hey,
dude,
I'll
that's
climb
still
that bitch,
probably.
they can deliver me air. Fuck, cause I ain't trying to die for real.
Rescue? Can you hop on and take it
No,
down?
you need like 10
I
of
would
them.
assume I would assume we get there someday, or you just call one of them Sherpas. Them guys are fucking a different breed, dude.
Einstein of Wall Street. Bryce ICT. Is that you when you're older? Dude,
I'll use my early delivery method, and we'll get some and turn them into Sherpas.
There you go.
They're fucking brain rot maxing. Yeah, well, that's crazy.
About a DoorDash max right now.
Oh man, that sounds bad right now, actually.
Double D.
Yo, no.
That is a missed opportunity on DoorDash for marketing. Call it Double D. Or Double D discount.
We're heading in that direction, dude. But you know where we're getting closer to? Like the fucking movie
Dispensaries that are set up like Hooters?
Idiocracy? No, where like everything has to be funny so that we can be like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, it's like.
Yo, speaking about DoorDash, did you guys see that setup? Potter, I think you ran up their stock like by a lot.
Dash. Jesus Christ.
I was like, dude, no way. Like this guy's got to be a platinum member just running up their stock right now.
I mean, I do have the membership. It is cheaper. Weren't Crocs first? Yes, dude, Crocs were shown in that movie. And then they became
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
in that movie, dude.
They were supposed
That
to be
movie's
like
funny.
the worst possible shoes that anyone could imagine, and then they became fucking huge.
I mean, they are comfortable. I can't. But now we found out that they're leaking fucking plastic chemicals into your fucking feet, which are
What?
super absorbent. Yeah, dude. We had to ditch our
No
our
fucking
Crocs, dude.
shot.
Dude, everything is cooked, bro. I buy these yogurts, these strawberry banana yogurts, for my kids, every once in a while. But they've had 2 lawsuits now in the last year. One for microplastics and the other for plastic leaching, like leaching chemicals into their fucking yogurt. I'm like, you're putting fat in an oil-based container. Just saying. I'm not a fucking food scientist, but TTD. Yeah, it is. Yeah, not only were they designed for the movie, but then like the fact that fuck, dude, of course. Listen, if you're gonna go after TTD with a target of 27, have a good expiration. It is not a bad setup. It is not a bad setup. Our next area of interest, if you are interested in this trade, is 2381. I'm not gonna enter here. I mean, I guess I could, but I could set a stop loss underneath me. Yeah, I guess I technically could with this hourly candle close in 12 minutes, 30-minute candle close. It's not bad. Okay, and then 15-minute candle close is at the top of its previous range, so that's good. So obviously a 5-minute candle close before that 12-minute. I'm talking shit about Crocs and I'm wearing a pair. That's fucking hilarious.
I just threw mine away.
I got some Jerusalem cruisers.
What the fuck?
Yeah, just some like leather sandals.
No way he just said that. I never heard of Jerusalem cruiser. I'm
That's when you know you get old when you start wearing those sandals.
Do Birkenstocks and shit with socks, dude. Yeah, just take me out in the back when I'm wearing Birks and fucking socks, dude.
Jerusalem cruiser.
Yeah, you know, JC had the Jerusalem Cruiser 3000s, dude. Walk on water with them things. Nah, Birkenstock's low key not. The back of the heel is so rigid it rips your shit up. Yeah, if you guys want me to take a look at something, I'm not doing anything right now. I've had an amazing week. Lots of money.
I still don't understand how the queues are pushing up, but all their components are dumping. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Chad's like, this is not right.
It's pissing me off actually.
All right.
I'm in a short.
Jesus
I'm in a short on
Christ.
the, futures.
You gotta get a better average.
Bought myself a pair of Crocs, and my daughter wears them like 24/7 for like the last 3 years.
It reclaimed a box though on the 15-minute.
Had my best day of the week somehow. Golf man. Nice. Spy looks like it's trying to hold on to that same 699.70. If it can push over, I think you'll go for the wick, and then you'll have $700.40. I can't believe the fuck we're up here, dude. That's crazy. But you know what's such a yeah, man. I can't hold that. I actually got out before it even fucking broke down. That third tap right there, and it kind of popped itself back up, and it just sat again. I said, I literally, when it popped down right there, I was like, if it pops through this little 2-minute box, then we know it's going to go back up. So I'm not going to fuck around with it. That was a good setup. Listen, that was a great entry. I will do that over and over again. Walmart, like straight up, empty space. If the imbalance, and I can tell you that I have been the majority of the stop outs that start going in the direction that I want them to. A lot of those stop outs come from the imbalance. Apple actually got whacked at its fucking imbalance. And it's like when you lose or you're winded or you don't have the volume to get that, that's where you're looking at Walmart being or whatever being that's why I even acknowledge the imbalance, because if we don't have the volume, then we're not going to be able to push through that. So, thoughts on people using Quiver Quantitative? Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that's actually my homie. I've known Quiver for we don't talk very often. I have his number. But yeah. Yeah. I don't know about but I paying for it or anything like that. But yeah. I think it, maybe I buy this, and it has an API, so I could get it going straight to the Discord. So here's how I look at this sort of quantitative data is it's actually really simple to me. If I want to go and say, well, I want to track JD Vance, right? Any minute now. Okay, so what I was going to say, because this isn't loading, is if I see somebody of interest buy something, there is going to typically be a setup that I can find to grab an entry. So that's it. If you see quantitative data or any sort of data, fundamental data that lines up with the technical setup, which is key and first and foremost for me, then you now have a confluence between different sets of data. And that is where you start getting a higher probability that would happen. So I actually did this with Flow, but I noticed that I was in before Flow came in. And it was only like, if I see like somebody's like, oh, somebody just bought 100 contracts of, this short, and I go and I look at the setup and it makes sense, then, maybe I dive into that. But I've been better at finding my own place. UPS, third time here at the top. If you are in, this is its third 30-minute candle here, so it would be kind of nice to see this sucker break. If not, sorry, I've just been investing, not trading or anything. What'd you say?
Somebody made a throw up sound.
Did they? Burry just bought PayPal at $49. Look at him, dude. He's using my analysis. Brandon Soto, even if you're just investing, and people in my Discord could probably, back me up on this one. You can have good fundamental reason. Oh, Neckman. Oh, look at that head of hair, man. That's a head of hair right there. Woo! That's how my son was, dude.
He's gone. Like he's
Adorable,
out cold.
man. With the bluey blanket and all. Oh, that's a cute picture, bro. But yeah, you can use this strategy to buy and sell trades. You could have just, shit, if you wanted to do it, the same reason that I would get into an option trade is the same reason on an even higher time frame that I would get into a stock. Yeah, he is out, boy. Look at that. Nice, UPS. Nice to have something moving in the right direction. For now. Favorite long-term stocks I'm bullish on? Elf always comes to mind because it's one that I've got on my radar for probably one of my biggest equity purchases in the future. For a relatively short-term trade, would be Elf. It's just a great rinse and repeat stock. Empty space, it fills it, and so I'm looking to repeat that. And I've been watching Elf for a couple of weeks now. A lot of people in the Discord are as well. And one of the main areas that I'm looking at buying this is going to be around 73. It did bounce. Everything that I wanted to happen on this thing, for the most part, say for, grazing that 57, has happened. So he said, is that yo, that's funny, Zemo. That's funny. That could be good. Yeah. I bet. So right now, I mean, I'm still holding Target. I don't know if anybody's still holding Target with me. I'm holding Target for a 152 target to, and possible 210 target, long term. I found myself a good place to buy, through a weekly punchback, right? And so I'm looking for this one so that's an investment. And if you look at it on the long term, right? Nice little channel right here. Got a long ways to go, but do I have a promo code for TradeStation? No, I've never partnered with TradeStation. I actually, you know what? I do have. I still, and I'm not going to say that I have it because I meant to have it. I am still holding a very large amount of Rivian. I still believe in, I think Rivian, no matter what Astro says, I think just even the fact that they partnered with Amazon, like, I think that this company has a future in the market, even if it's temporary, i.e. stock moves back up, but it's also been sitting.
Astro didn't say that.
Astro didn't say that. I don't know, man. He said some pretty
No.
heinous things about my Rivian.
Their future
I see a few of them when I drop off my daughter for school, and the trucks are absolutely beautiful, man. And the trunks, when they open, they have the bottom that folds down so you could sit on it like a tailgate. It's absolutely fantastic looking truck.
I do like the quality. I think in North Carolina, when those floods happened, and the interior of that Rivian was like, I don't care even if you don't like Rivian, that was pretty impressive to see the entire interior dry, like that thing seals itself shut. That's pretty impressive. I like that a lot. Plus, I plan on driving through a lot of floods in the future, so no, I'm just kidding.
You mean it's like vacuum sealed?
It's like vacuum sealed, dude.
Well, they still have to get through production hell of their new vehicles.
Yeah, you are right.
That's
way
going
cool.
to be the challenge of things moving forward.
Well, I think their existence is good for Tesla. Having a real EV competitor, not like I mean, I know that Ford and all that other stuff they have, but they're not Tesla.
They're not trying.
Right, they're not pushing, they're almost just following whatever is being done in that. They're not like leading in that area.
Their iteration is still so flawed in the excessive amounts of coolant hoses and different applications of things
Bullshit.
that it's like 100%.
I have two of my best buddies own Rivians, and I'm not an electric car guy, but the only way you can hate on Rivian is if you don't.
No, we're talking about like Ford. We're talking about like Ford and stuff like.
Understanding of things. So it's
Slow
okay.
down.
Having them is one thing. Maintaining them, working on them, building them, completely different. Do they look good? Sure.
I agree that
No one's
Ford,
doing
all
that.
of the companies outside of Tesla, Rivian, obviously, and then the Chinese EVs, they're still like merging both, right? They're still gas powered, like, and to what he's saying, I mean, look at didn't they just recall? Ford had to just recall a fuck ton of, because those cars were fucking like wigging the fuck out, and there's not over
Bring those
engineering,
in
but
for- you don't leave that in your garage for a software update that fixes that. That's a big issue.
but yo, this is the most tense I've heard, y'all, and it's about cars.
They come from China.
China. I tell you what.
No gas.
Xi Jinping touched me on my butt, and I said, no more China. No more.
Yo, bro, my wife is looking at me like, what the hell are you?
I'm sorry, wife, but Daddy Trump does what Daddy Trump does. I'm sorry. Kamala's gay. Kamala's gay. I just want to say it so bad, but I can't. Is empty space the same as what other people call gaps? Negative. No. So there are gaps, which is a form of empty space, and then there's just price rapidly moving in one direction or another. So like any big move, right? Like you could say right now that empty space is being made on UPS right here. Empty space is any area that lacks volume. Okay, that is period. Here, lacks volume. Comes back, fills the fucking volume up. And then we keep moving, right? Empty space fills that volume up. And a lot of pre-market, right? And we move, we fill the volume up, we move. So the empty space is what is being created right now. It's just no consolidation. The faster something moves, right? Why did Apple come down so hard? Ooh, Apple, speaking of.
Yeah, Walmart too.
Yeah, Walmart too. Yeah, you could take that little 2-minute punch back up to 125.41. So it's like consolidation. It is a special form of consolidation defined by 2 or 3 more points of contact within that range or box, right? So on the 1 minute here on Apple, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, right? Here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you're seeing a punchback actually happen in real time right now. You just watched it happen. Floor got reclaimed. Candle hit cost basis. Candle expands outside of that range, closes, and now we're tapping a new high, which is also not a box, not a Potter box, right? There's range, and then there's a box. So right now, you on TikTok, this is a lesson that you need to take with you if you're going to use my strategy. That is not a Potter box. That's not. Right? And the reason that it's not is because of the amount of rotations or points of contact on either side. So anyway, I'm never looking at volume. What's up, Golfman?
Are you gonna be on here a while?
Probably a little bit longer, at least here on Discord.
If so,
Not until Kamala comes.
if somebody could share the stream.
Yeah. If anybody can share the stream, I mean, still, it would be great.
Oh, Walmart. Oh, come on, do it.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I never got out. I still hold them.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I never got out of them.
I kind of bought like 100 contracts, so I kind of felt it was a good idea to do that.
Oh yeah, you went balls deep.
I went a little hard. Yeah, Apple just, if I'm literally narrating this as we go here, so I think this is going to be pretty important right here at 262.61. It's ripping really, really hard on that 1 minute. Let's zoom out, and we're still here on the 15, right? So we got a 262 here, and then guess what? That same floor that we lost right there at 262.80 is still going to need to be reclaimed. And then check it out, the green candle, 262.98, and we can be let loose for a potential play back up to the upside. The faster you go, listen, and people get too scared or like start to over narrate, but the faster you go, like if this candle had ripped and empty space like underneath you like that and then was unable to reclaim that floor, you fall right back down. So when you rip hard, you have to push past or up against something so that way price is accepted higher. And if that's going to happen, right, or if we want price to rip ass, then we need price to keep making empty space. But that empty space must grab something, right? When you fall fast, can you keep dumping? Yes, if you grab something. This is exactly what I'm explaining in reverse. So this is, if you take the workshop, I use the rock climbing, right? When you're taking a big leap forward, you're climbing, you got to be able to grab on to that ledge. And that's where price will build or hook, in this case, pass the baton. And so that's the same phenomenon that we want to see here at 260. Guys, is anybody in UPS? Anybody in UPS?
Wee.
I'm up almost 100% here. An Israeli defense official said ceasefire would be announced on Thursday night. We are at a crossroad. Nothing is final, but it could happen today. So right now, empty space. You're gonna have to flip this back upside down, right? Or back where it's supposed to go. Delete everything. Get rid of it all. And this is, again, when you're on the 1 minute, things are moving fast. It's good that you have a clear interpretation of what we're trying to accomplish. So if you can't get here, right, oftentimes you'll come back and you'll touch what you broke through, what you left volume in, and then you'll give it another go. Thoughts on Cisco buying out Restaurant Depot? Hella restaurants are about to taste the exact same. Dude, fuck Cisco food, bro. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm actually thinking about restarting a business that I had almost 10 years ago. I called it
Hey,
it's
also
called,
stripper pole.
no, it's time. But no, I had a business called OG Organics where I connected with local farms and organic distributors. And I created this buyers club, if you will, where had basically a large group of people, and everything that you buy at the grocery store, like I would have potatoes, right? But you can't go to and buy 1 pound of potatoes from a distributor, but you can buy 50 pounds of potatoes from a distributor. So I would have those people, right? All of these people would essentially online buy sections or pieces of that, right? Shares of the potatoes, if you will. And once that share was filled up and we had 50 pounds worth of orders, the order was placed. And then that way you would be getting potatoes at cost with no grocery markup. And then all you had to pay was a monthly fee for like a membership to that. And the monthly fee was like $30, $50 or something like that. But I also started distributing to restaurants, and that's where I ran into trouble.
Cost basis potatoes.
10 years ago? How old are you? Respectfully, of course. I am about to be 34 years old.
That was like 100 years ago.
Feels like it sometimes. UPS, baby. What was the trouble? I was young and stupid. I wasn't mentally there yet. Had a great idea. But I did this with everything. Fruits, vegetables. But essentially what that did is gave people the access to cut out the middleman. You know what I mean? Which I know in some ways, for local businesses, but we don't not a lot of those are able to survive in this climate. Everything more than likely in your city has some sort of corporate, corporation, running your local restaurant or grocery store. So,
the thing I always point to is we're electrical contractors in Orlando, and
yeah,
copper price when I started working about 4 years ago was $2.90 a pound. It is now $4.72 a pound.
hey,
So multiply that times every material we use, EMT piping, PVC pipe, all that shit has literally doubled in 5 years.
well, right now it would be kind of nice, and the reason that I'm going to try to do this is, and really, all you have to do is be able to approach an organic or local, or you buy the truck and you go and you go to these farms that go to the farmers market and stuff, and you say, hey, I mean, really, they're just doing what you buy 50 pounds of potatoes once that order is filled up. And then, it was a really cool thing. I really liked it a lot. UPS is fucking screaming right now, y'all. Sheesh. One thing stops and another thing rips ass. Oh shit, my packages.
is running.
Hey, I'm a GC in Orlando. Oh shit. Golf man? Sindins? Sitting in a
Give me some
tree?
work, dog. We need it.
He's probably about to ask you. No, I'm kidding.
DM me. Oh, we got work. We got all the work.
Damn.
Just get
You're
over
hoarding more? Damn.
Yeah, we got it,
Bibl-
dog. I'm trying to get rich.
biblical greed. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
I'm just trying to have kids. You know how expensive it is?
Shit. Yeah, I do. Firsthand.
Yes, chef.
Yeah,
I'm 23, and like at this rate, I'm feeling like I'm not gonna be able to have kids till I'm 30.
I don't know, man. At this point, I'd just get a Pokemon.
Stop,
Cheaper. California doesn't have any water. A case of tomatoes just jumped from $20 to 70 this week. Fuck off. You know what else, Lou? I thought about posting a TikTok video, but I don't really have that kind of reach. You know, I think and I could be misquoting where this is at, but there's a European country that I think they have like a food share thing where everybody in a neighborhood, like they don't have lawns and shit, but like the front, back, everything is meant and dedicated to growing vegetables. And like you pick, right, which vegetables you're going to be focused on or whatever, and then when come harvest time, the neighbors trade with them, you know, with each other. But my lawns are overrated. Can I go over Bobby? Baba. Currently 230%, but I want to make sure my okay. You're targeting 2.4. Oh, nice job. Nice job. Nice candle close yesterday. Trimming UPS weeklies at 105. Well, it is 105 now, right now. Good hardy trim here. Clover lawns, yes. Yeah, clover lawns. I'm with that hippie shit, man. 140 is a great target. It is, you know, only the wick at 139.64, but yeah, 140.27. AMD, what's that thing doing? Still going? Yeah. I can't help you, man. Is this all-time highs, right? Yeah, I can't help you. AMD is yeah, this said fuck your 3 days of consolidation. Sheesh, UPS, baby. 100% on UPS. I have longer expirations on that one too. AMD is like squeezing. Walmart hit 125.28, which is the previous overhead resistance, excuse me, and is now pushing back down. It's doing it fast. You've got a floor right here at 124.77, 2 minute that has to hold here.
Le résistance.
Resistance. Croissant. Followed your advice to diversify by trading into other stocks besides ETFs like QQQ. But it wasn't advice. Remember that. Kristen Dean, you need Sholada. When I see the foam, I'm in my zone. I'm sorry.
Yo, nah, you did not just say shit. Because when I see the foam, I'm
In my zone. I love Hovey, dude. Although I low-key thought he scammed me when I first bought his product because the pumper didn't work and it just came out as liquid.
They scammed him.
Yeah, wait, who did? TikTok?
The other people that ran his previous company. Nah, the people that ran his previous company, they scammed him.
Oh
and
shit.
they took all his rights and all that stuff to the company, and they were
He
trying to
did
like
not
mine
save
all his money and
himself
stuff.
$150. I'm
Nah,
sorry.
that cost him at 150.
Is anybody in UPS? Anybody? I feel like I'm by myself right now on a little.
Nah.
No, I'm in a single package.
I chose wrong. I
What was the
chose Apple.
signal? Yeah.
What was this?
I got some of those shares. UPS.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Trimming a few more calls here.
I got some UPS coming from Amazon.
Is it too late to get in, Potter?
Oh my God. Where's the ledge? Gang outside. Not the house. The gang outside. Yeah.
I must chase.
Oh my God. Yeah, I want to hear you. Don't keep it inside. Just say it out loud that we can hear yourself.
Scratching my neck, my long neck.
Whoa, whoa. What's with these neck attacks lately, dude? What's with my neck? I thought I had a
was
pretty
neck maxing right
normal.
there.
I thought I had a pretty normal neck.
No, you do. It's gorgeous. It's good.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, UPS, bro. Shit, my package. 105.50 is my next target. Damn, Carver. Oh, Alan Watts. Fire.
Hey, Potter, I got UPSs for the 24th of this month.
Yes, sir.
Should I hold on to those? I mean, I already hit my target, but
So you said it, right? You should be taking profit and then trimming if you see potential continuation. What do we see in front of us? Empty space. So yes, there is, with that expiration, you can start moving. And, you know, this is pure empty space. In fact, so pure. Fuck. This is Columbia pure. Look at this. There is 0 red candles here and no structure. So you kind of have to go with the feel of it, I guess, or rather, what is reclaimed. And if you look over here to your left, that's actually going to be your guide, right? When you have nothing here, you're going to have something there. So as minuscule as it says, seems 105. And then right now, it looks like right here, 105.39 would be an area that you would like to see price hold on to. But you have nothing. Dude, we are ripping so hard. I got a shovel in my basement. I bet you Chef Potter and AA Ron are moving UPS. These are heinous accusations. Got a shovel in my
Hey, Pot,
basement.
I got a question for you, dude. Can we go back
What's-
to Amazon real quick?
Sure thing.
All right, so here's my question now.
Ooh.
Punch backs, and you want to know that it holds the floor.
Uh-huh.
What for the time? I'm trying to figure out how to phrase the question. Pretty much, what time frame or what are you looking for? What constitutes holding the floor? Because I watched Amazon pretty much tick back up right into that box that it lost earlier this morning.
Uh-huh. Right.
And I'm like on the 3-minute right now, but I haven't seen it like retest, come back down, touch the floor, and keep moving. It kind of just punched through it, and now it's kind of deciding what it wants to do.
Well, you either hold the floor or you break it, right? Holding the floor is opposite of is what you do when something up above you is holding you or pushing you down or holding you down, right? Sell orders are coming in, and so you come back down to retest that floor, and that's grabbing that floor. But you can also just break the floor, which will lead you to cost basis, or in this case, I'm looking at the 2-minute because like clear structure is here, and I see 248. So we could actually take this and say, well, price would need to, and I'll explain this literally. And now I will say this box has already been punched through, so it doesn't serve the same signal. But you would want to see a candle right here, right? Crossing and closing on, because typically that next candle will wick and tap. So that constitutes as a hold. And relevancy, like to time frame, like obviously something on the 2-minute, right? You could have possibly grabbed, Apple over that wick. But But when you start moving up, right, into a higher time frame, and that box that you've identified possibly on, let's say, the 30-minute, you still need a 30-minute candle close. And this is not the box, but I'm just for example's sake. So in order for us to get a 30-minute candle close, or to be able to use a lower time frame, that analysis needs to be able to be transcribed or clear on a lower time frame. And so moving down to the 15-minute, right, that 50% mark shows that there is a shit ton of structure right there. Basically, yes, cost basis is 247. So we could use a 15-minute candle in this case. And again, it would still have to be closing above and over cost basis to trigger. So, but holding the floor is, yes, either pulling back and retesting, that's holding it, or breaking the floor is just pushing straight through it and moving up to your next resistance cost basis or triggering a punchback. So.
Okay, so then you use the floor basically as your stop loss, I guess, depending on
Essentially, yes. If it well, a lot of the times when like kind of like well, I guess another greatest example. So let's say that this candle pops up and it hits the floor, pulls back, builds a little bit, right, and then starts punching back in. So do you see how the environment changes now? Because like let's say we build like this, we leave structure for me to actually utilize to know. So like again, I know this isn't necessarily what's happened yet, but if price moves up, builds here, and then pulls back, retest, I can use whatever is built underneath it or whatever resistance struggled to reclaim that floor. I can use that break through that most recent structure here to actually get in before or as that floor is being reclaimed. And then, yes, that floor can become my stop loss. But if prices doesn't, right, if this candle pushes straight up and goes straight to cost basis, then I'm going to need that candle to be A, either close to closing, or B, moving straight out and up over. Where as it gets to that top, I'll try to set a stop loss at cost basis, or if there's a week out, I'll set it on the floor.
Okay, I got you. I'm probably going to ask you about this at a different point in time, but I get what you're saying. Like, I get the overall theory of it. It's the execution and the mechanics of it that kind of trips me up sometimes.
And that's what we can do right now, is we can observe, right? Is this grabbing the floor now? No, it's touching it, right? That's what it's doing.
Yeah,
and so
the
if
side of it, right?
right, and if we can, again, move up here and close, then that next wick would be tap. And if you're moving over that previous candle's high, then you are holding. You're holding that floor, and you can use the floor as your stop loss.
Copy. Okay, got you.
Copy that. Hey,
Good
Potter,
team.
can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, boss?
Are you still in D-Nut?
I never got in, bro. I wasn't able to grab D-Nut. Oh, you mean like option? I have it. Okay, yeah, sorry. I thought you meant options. Yes, I still have D-Nut, which I am down on, but I still have it. I think this one squeezes. I think it squeezes to $8. It's kind of making me want to buy it again.
Yeah, it would be nice.
We just got a Dunkin' Donuts, but I'm not a Dunkin' guy. I don't like.
You don't like Dunkin' Donuts, Potter?
Nah, man, that's just straight sugar in your mouth hole. Yeah, I mean, back in the day,
Watch yourself.
he said, "Don't slander." Dunkin'.
Watch out.
I guess I've been spoiled when it comes to donuts. You know what I mean? And I also live right next to a bakery. Actually, they're open right now. Ooh, damn. Damn.
Ooh.
And I also have Paris. What is that place that's
Paris Baguette.
Yeah, Paris Baguette. I have a Paris Baguette near me, and I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts, I'm not even gonna lie, used to be fire. Used to be all right, but can't say I
It still is.
All right. All right. We'll agree to disagree.
You took
If
my
I
nerve spot there, Potter.
I did. I touched your Duncan. That's the Duncan nerve. I'm not gonna say that I'm like it's disgusting. I didn't say it was trash, but it's not my preferred method of shoveling sugar into my. He believes it's trash, so we have varying opinions here. We could say we have a top, a cost basis, and a floor. You know, and together we create a well-shaped opinion on
Do you
Duncan.
guys have Einstein's bagels?
No, they kicked them out, or not like kicked them out, but they like nobody was eating there, so.
That shit is
That was
so good.
Oh, dude, but the place near me, that bakery, they have they make these croissant garlic parmesan pretzels. Ugh. And then they also make what was the fuck? It was like cheddar jalapeno. Those ones are always delicious. They made a gochujang, and I'm sure I've just said that wrong. Bagel, it's like a Korean bagel. Oh my god. Your shit really works, Hefe. Thank you. Oh, dude, look at you, man. 337% or 377%, if I could read. Dude, and it look at the tap. Look at that tap. Oh yeah. You're making me hungry. I'm hungry too. Goy? Why'd you say goy question mark? Yes. It's just an age gap on the donut issues. Where do you sign up for the workshop? It's on my website. Are you accusing me? Or... I like to duck donuts. It's really sweet though. I do like where, and I know that's the whole fucking point of donuts, but I like when there's a little bit of, like Paris Baguette does that pretty good. This bakery does it pretty good, where it's like just a great balance between flavor, sugar levels. Donut Hole in Destin, Florida, best donuts. One of the best donuts I've ever had in my life was a very small donut shop slash bait and tackle that was like on the side of the road in this small ass town. It looks like that fucking place in Twilight, like just thickly wooded. But dude, they had, I don't know, that old lady in there, I would have kissed her on the mouth. Those apple fritters somewhere from heaven. She did pass away, so she's probably making those for the Lord.
Wow, making.
Paul, are you watching Apple?
I am, yes. Other screen. I'll pull it up. Sorry, I'm multitasking.
I kind of want to get in.
I'll be impatient here.
No, I need to see it close over 262.57.
You know what I would like to see here? Let me show you. Let me show you my dreams.
Show me.
I'm gonna show you my dreams. That's funny. I have big dreams of big butts. I'm sorry. I gotta stop.
Cannot lie.
And I cannot lie.
Peanut.
So come here, JD Vance. Bring me that tush. All right. Floor right here. We're stemming on Trump impersonations right now. I just was about to say it. Come touch the box. If you could, I want to use this, right? When you build a box like that, move down, touch this, come back, break out. You feel me? But that's just what I want. Otherwise, yeah, you could probably, actually, I'd like to bring
Just to be
Maybe
clear, you want that to happen because you wanted to fill the empty space down and grab the volume and then pop up.
essentially, yes, that is what I'm looking for.
Hey Potter, you know what's crazy that you said that? You know that was the entry I had for Walmart today in the morning. Is that Walmart went down, filled this empty space, it bounced on
Yeah.
structure. That's where I got in
Yeah, it did.
on the contract. So my stop loss was like really down there. That's why I was able
Yeah.
to get that stretch of
Oh, that's
green.
awesome, man.
Because it filled
Yeah.
that empty space to the downside and popped up.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, then I see what you're showing or what you're talking about.
This morning.
That's beautiful.
Same exact thing.
Yeah, I love when stocks do that. Just fall fast. Just like you say, right? Fall fast, fill the empty space. If you can't keep falling fast, you bounce on something and whoop, just pull yourself back up to the floor. That's the best.
I agree very, very much so. eBay is breaking out. Will there ever be a red day? Yes, of course. We're gonna lose. I guaranteed I'm gonna get my ass kicked on, I say ass kicked, but like I'm one or two of my trades in the next couple of weeks are probably not gonna work. I mean, PayPal it did work, and that's the cool thing is a lot of times your stop loss will hit and you're green, but yeah, there's gonna be a trade that doesn't work, and that's why I maintain a strict risk to reward on how I enter my trades and how much I'm putting into it. You are correct. eBay is breaking out into what? Just started using eBay like 2 months ago. Anyway, yeah, you're breaking all-time highs. You know who I'd really love to ask about that? I'm not gonna lie, I was impressed by eBay's it is so easy to post on eBay and sell shit. It is easier if you have something around you that you're like, man, I should sell that. Like fucking marketplace, like you can get I mean, obviously depending on what it is, but the eBay fee, I don't know, the eBay fees are not the worst. I mean, I've made about $1,500 on eBay. I probably paid like somewhere $200, in fees. So I mean, I also paid for like more exposure on the cards that I was posting. So I guess maybe marketplace because you get straight cash, no tax. But
I'm sorry for interrupting. I used to sell CBD. And it was like organic. I was doing like that kind of thing that you were saying, like supplements, organic. eBay was fantastic, man. I used to crush it on the weekends. And then PayPal had an issue with CBD, and they held my account for something like I don't even remember 6 months, a year. I completely forgot about it, and like a year later, they released it. It was like a couple grand. I
dude,
completely fucking forgot, but
that happened to me, dude. I had $21,000 stuck in PayPal. It was a different. In fact, it was just completely random. They were like security check, and they were like, "We got your money now." And bro, I swear to God, I was like, "Where's Elon? I need like I'm about to like what the fuck?" Like it's crazy how they can clamp on. It's like, could I call the cops on PayPal for stealing my money? I wonder if that would
nothing
work.
you could do. There's
I,
no way
I,
you can call. And I mean, yours was 10 times more than mine, but still.
I had put money in PayPal before, so yeah, PayPal held my account for years too, 3K. Bro, and that shit and there's no way to like really talk to anybody. It's like you might as well just take a road trip, go to the PayPal headquarters. Apple looking good. I like Apple a little bit better right now, the way it looks with that candle pushing over this high. Weak candle, 1 minute and 23 seconds left. I'm chilling with it though, because we know we still have to get through this fucking structure right here. Coming
What
from
do
an
you think
econ
about
background.
getting in and using that 262.57 as a stop loss?
257? 67? Wait.
262.57.
Yes. 57? That's 53. I have 53.
Crazy. That level. That level sounds like my entry.
Yeah.
Fuck the whole United States.
Damn. Did I take the Qs? I don't have anything on the Qs right now, no. The Qs just reversed flipped and building at the highs. My
Are you
Intel
short of the Qs this morning?
No.
Okay.
Shorted Apple while I was narrating the Qs.
Come on, Apple, show some fucking strength.
That Apple short was beautiful.
Yeah. You feel a little sketchy there, Apple. Come on. Fly through
play
it.
the balance on Apple puppy.
I see why
Qs
you got a Walmart. Walmart's pissing me clean the fuck off right now.
Yeah, dude, I just didn't. If it's I need that thing up. Come on, Apple can't do that. Harder. Qs are ripping ass though to my 641.81, which I don't know where the fuck that's. I don't even know why the fuck I have that level there. Yeah, that might just be a random ass line.
What strike did you take on those Walmart? Whoever was in Walmart, what strike did you take?
Come on. We have to be outside of 262, 263 on Apple in order for us to get a good solid reversal here, folks. I think we can get it. There's the high. There's the high.
Walmart, I mean, I'm playing it 3 weeks out. But looking at the charts.
They will formally begin a 10-day ceasefire at 5 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, I had to yell.
No, you good, Papa?
It's like the 8th ceasefire. What the fuck?
Apple, don't you wick.
Yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't wick. Because I don't want it to flip the script, because this would be established as a high, and then it would turn this fucking lower time frame into a box. So I'm also hoping the same. Certified Hood Classic.
Wait, that Apple box, that 3-minute Apple box you're on right now, you consider that a box and not a range?
What's happening right here? This is not a box. No. There's 2 off the bottom and none off the top. I'm saying that this is how a baby box could be born. What do you want to name it?
Oh, gotcha. I misheard you then. Okay.
Hey, Mia.
What? Yeah, there you go. Nice. Yeah, you're looking at an 813 high. Directed to JD Vance.
I think Walmart chops all the way till its earnings on May.
Oh no. No.
I mean, Walmart does move sometimes on earnings, but it does move without earnings as well. If you look at the 24 hours.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it on a higher time frame perspective, and it's just kind of squeezing down. And then the date of earnings coming up, I think it's gonna pop either before or during earnings, something like that. That's what I'm kind of looking at. I'm seeing that prices staying stagnant where it's at. So
I'm hoping for a fat dump on Tesla for earnings.
Lebanon, Israel agree.
oh yeah, brother. Oh yeah.
Lebanon and Israel agree to a 10-day ceasefire.
Oh, Mark is gonna dump.
Anybody want to take bets on who's gonna break the ceasefire?
That's the easiest bet of all time, dude.
Go take it on call sheet.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna say the same shit. Put on Kalshi.
It's on call sheet for Israel. 'cause
Isn't
they're
that fucking
favored.
cereal too? Isn't that cereal? Israel defense officials said a ceasefire could be announced on Thursday night. We are at the crossroad, but nothing is final. Yeah, the crossroads
That's the
are we
first
want
time
to
you've ever
take your
said it
whole
right.
country. Kalashi. Sometimes I just
Stop me out.
slow hot dog water. Yeah, they broke. I think they broke the ceasefire with Lebanon. What was it? Over 1,500 times.
Hey, are you in JMIA?
I am not in JBM, my boy.
Thing is,
Huh? It is moving. Yeah.
Those Jamia contracts were so cheap.
Mm-hmm. Dirt cheap. I'll bet you $20 it'll be two guys with an RPG shot at IDF. Mm-hmm. I'll take that fucking bet. Yeah, kind of. I don't like the three big that's interesting. I don't like that at all. High stakes. I don't want anything to do with that. You know what I mean? That's a whale. I mean, you could look at it from a consolidation perspective and say, you know, this thing is likely to get moving here relatively soon. I think that's a real thing. But there's a cereal called Kashi. It's kind of good. Okay. Good to know. Okay, so somehow QQQ tapped my imaginary line that I literally have no idea why I even put it there. Yeah, literally tapped. I literally don't know why that line is there. So, but it hit pretty
I think
close.
you were using automated fibs the other day, no?
I did, but I never placed any lines.
Somebody said something about fibs.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I don't think I placed any. That was from this morning. So
There, that was down lower, and you just threw it up there to get it out of the way.
that's what I
And it's
thought I
magic.
did.
It's magic.
It's fucking weird,
Nice.
dude.
That's perfect. Hey, you think you could throw an imaginary line on Apple right there at like the middle somewhere?
Yeah, let me see what I can. I gotta find one that's already in existence. Oh no, it's naked. It's never gonna.
throw a magnet there while you're at it too, yeah.
No. If that shit shot straight up and goes to 264 broad, I'm gonna start trying to shoot spider web out of my- or something, stick to the ceiling or. Did anybody see that? It was like on the video chatting app. It's like these two dudes dressed as a wizard, and the guy keeps doing a fireball spell, except for he keeps opening little little bottles of fireball and drinking them. That shit was hilarious. Can't say what he says before that, but that's what makes the video so fucking funny.
She's
Come on,
trying,
Apple.
Potter.
Let's
She's
go.
trying.
Let's go. Let's go.
She's trying.
I'm gonna walk away. Watch this.
Yeah, please. Go walk away, throw a line in the middle, and then come back. Well, would you look at that? Push, baby, push.
Moving like pond water. Brother, I hate Trump too, but I'm not down for jihad. Those fucks hate us. I'd fucking hate me too. I'm sorry. Dude, we've been fucking meddling in the Middle East, and then it's a self-perpetuating machine. We destabilize, create refugees with different cultures move into areas where those cultures don't exist. That creates friction. People start fighting, people start blaming, which then gives them justification to go and destabilize more, which creates more refugees, which then makes it even worse. And then now we're all fighting. Come on, bruh. If you really sit down, you watch some of these documentaries of what's happening, what happened in Palestine, what's been happening in the West Bank for way longer than October 7th, and you tell me as a human being, if somebody did what they've done to your daughter, your son, your family, your property, your farm, poisoning water holes, cutting off, stealing houses, I'm sorry. I'm fighting. I'm resisting. We just have never been put in that situation. But you think if somebody parks in front of your mailbox, you're probably going to run out there and be like, hey, fucking move. You know what I'm saying? If the trash guy misses your trash or, and just drives past it, you'd be on the fucking phone bitching. So imagine somebody comes and steals your fucking house.
Damn right. I don't want my trash
Kills
sitting
your
there all week.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I just was reading about the guy from The Boys, the guy who plays Frenchie. He was like, he has an article where he was bragging about he was an IDF soldier. He stopped a sick daughter and her father from going to get medicine and was like laughing about it. He destroyed produce in the back of somebody's truck. Just an old man selling produce destroyed the shit in the back of his truck just for fun. And you tell me if you worked your ass off, grew a bunch of vegetables and fruits, and went to go drive into market, and the soldiers in your area or the police stopped you and destroyed your shit and then just sent you on your way, and there's no way for you to fight back. You just, again, it takes just a minute for you to think about how it feels. Like people are like, oh, they hate us. No, they're like Christians or anything. There are a lot of Christian churches in the Middle East, in Iran, in Tehran. Did you know that there are Jewish synagogues in Tehran? The Muslim faith is actually more accepting, period. Church priests don't get spit on. So I'm not being political here, but watch these Apple call.
In UAE and Qatar and all those places, the state actually provided the land for insurance.
You know what's mad funny is my live just got reported for harassment and bullying. But I'm just, again, I don't think that this stuff is political. I really don't. Like, we're not talking about policy.
Kamala.
Yeah. But we're not talking about policies. We're not talking about brass tacks and shit like that. This is humans. Humans. Just be a good human, man. Just I don't want, just because somebody lives differently than me, eats differently than me, you know, it doesn't fucking mean that it garnishes my hate. They don't have anything to do with 99.99% of my daily life. But as long as the government keeps us pissed off, it's gang gang. Yeah, Apple just needs to, right now you're going to have a little pocket underneath you that could be retested. That's going to be the top of that box at 263. We want to hold that, and obviously 262. My only concern is that I do not want us to start getting shaky here, because you're going to pull one of these fuckers, and I don't want that. So your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted in the search results for the next 10 minutes because your live does not comply with the For You feed eligibility standards under our community guidelines. Oh, no. What am I going to do? F-Jet? Sure.
In other words, don't talk about Israel.
You love Israel.
We love them. We give them.
We love them. We give them the missiles. 706 is the first major target I see. And again, I'm not spending my whole day talking about this shit. So if you're in the Discord, or following me, just if it comes up, I have no issue talking about it. I'm not, this isn't a workplace. 705 is the floor that I see up above us. Cost basis on a box is 775, which at that point, I think you have what could be, I don't want to say squeeze target. I don't know anything about this one. And also, what the fuck? Starfighter space? That's crazy. 908.
Fucking owns TikTok now.
Yeah, someone just said, you said don't talk about Israel, and then you said Israel. Oh, that's funny. Mahalo. Send me over there with some Jerusalem cruisers, dude. Come on. I'll end the conflict tomorrow. You said fly is flying? Aerospace? What's BA doing? Flying? No? Ooh.
Nah, Fly and ASTS follow each other though.
Damn, BA kind of has a little potential reversal trade. 218.35 back up to 221 and 221.60. Gross. Yeah. AI made a deal with the government. I will be inviting Netanyahu and the president of Lebanon, Anon, to the White House for a first meaningful talks between Israel and Lebanon. This is right after Lebanon's president just said, I'm not talking to Benjamin Netanyahu. And then Trump's like, you're gonna, welcome to my party. You're coming. All right. I mean, I don't really see anything super significant on the higher time frame, but I do see clean structure or a blueprint that's usable. I think best case scenario, you reverse here. Hourly candle, that's a pretty significant candle close. So if you can fill this back up and blow past it, then or even just build within here and build yourself a nice range. So
I remember we tried to trade that thing. It was at $20 and it just kept falling.
I do. I remember this.
Hey, Potter.
Uh-huh.
When you get a chance, you mind looking at PDD? Not P Diddy.
P. Diddy. Fuck off. Not you, but wow. That actually looks insane. Ooh, I might have to chase that. It's not even really chasing. That could be a nice low risk out of the money swing. Look at that coming out of a bucket. Look at this. Oh, and then empty and empty. I mean, you double empty. Oh, wee. Coming off of what?
I like this, dude. This is nice.
This isn't bad.
Morning, Papa. I just got up, dude.
Morning, Papa. Jeez, Luis. What time is it over there?
Like 9 o'clock, bro. And yesterday I got up at 10:30.
Holy crap, bro.
Junior, we're calling you.
Money is changing him, man.
That laugh cooks me every time.
I love his laugh, dude. We got to get it on the soundboard. I told him it sounds like a Buick starting up sometimes.
Oh shit!
You made my wife crack up, bro.
Okay, Junior. I just woke up 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking 11:30 here.
Dude, I've been feeling like crap because my allergies, and I couldn't take it no more. So I took some NyQuil, bro, and that shit knocked me out, dude. Well, good morning. Good morning, everyone.
You do anything today, or just
Nah, nothing. Yeah, I was looking at some stocks last night, but everything's fucking down on them. So like Apple, I mean,
No way. I just got harassment and bullying again. All right, I'm out of here. TikTok, YouTube, you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys.